Hi, this is Dr. Rachna Jain of From Social Media from Scratch, and in this video we're going to talk about how to understand and use your social media tracker. So the first thing I want to say is that using the social media tracker is an important aspect in managing and monitoring your social media campaigns. It's probably the best way to understand if you are meeting the goals that you're setting and to notice how your actions, your marketing actions, your social media actions are creating results. So it's very important that you get comfortable with the social media tracker and that you understand how to use it and fill it out and that you do that regularly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk some about website and website statistics. And my experience has been that when we talk about things like that, people kind of glaze over, they get a little bit stressed out, and they feel like it's too difficult. So we're going to try to make it as easy as possible. The first part that we're going to do is we're going to go through the actual tracker itself, and then we're going to look at how you will fill in the tracker. Remember that you can watch this video over again if you need to, and do your best just not to get overwhelmed. If we start to move a little bit too quickly, feel free to pause the video, take some actions that we're going to discuss, and then come back to it. And just remember that statistics is something that you need to measure in your business, but very often people start small and they build on to their statistics management and measuring. So when I first started, I only looked at a few items of statistics, and now I'm a lot more comfortable with how the statistics are monitored and measured, and so I look at a lot more things to measure the health of my business. But if you're just getting started, remember that you can start really slow. So when we open the social media tracker, which you will have gotten a copy of with your program registration, you'll see that at the top you complete your name, your blog name, and your blog URL. This is useful just to keep track of a particular site, and it's very useful if you have more than one site you might be promoting, either for yourself or for your potential for clients. As we move down, you'll see that the social media tracker is basically done in two columns. One is a list of items that you're going to analyze, and then here you have a list of places to write down the numbers that you are getting. So in the first set of goals, we basically are going to be looking at number of blog posts per week. If you have a certain number of blog posts that you're already doing, you would go ahead and mark the start date and how many you're doing right now. Your initial goal is to do at least 2 per week, and then you'll want to track each week how many blog posts that you're doing. Your second level of measurement is going to happen using Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a free service offered by Google that enables you to track your website traffic, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to track where you're getting your traffic from. As you post more often on Twitter and on Facebook and on LinkedIn, you'll start to see people clicking back from those posts to your website, and that's going to show up in Google Analytics as a referring site. You'll see that you're getting referring traffic from Twitter, referring traffic from Facebook, referring traffic from LinkedIn. And you're basically going to just start jotting down how many people are visiting, what those numbers are. So if you get 10 referring visits from Twitter, you'd write down 10 in week 1. If you got 15 from Facebook, you'd write down 15. And the goal would be that each of these numbers increases as you continue to take part in social media. So the next level that you're going to measure is you're going to take a look at how many visits you're getting total to your website. And again, this is going to come from Google Analytics, and I'll show you how to do that. You're also going to look at what percentage of new visits you're getting, with the idea that new visits mean that your influence or your reach of your website is growing. And then you're going to be looking at how long people are staying on your site, how many pages they are reviewing while they're there, with the idea that the more pages they're viewing, the better. The next level of tracking you're going to do is you're going to look at how many Facebook updates you are making in a week, and that's on your personal profile. You're also going to track the number of Facebook friends that you have, and that's just a straight number you get out of your Facebook account. You're also going to look at how many business updates you're making if you have a Facebook fan page, and how many fans you have for that Facebook fan page. And all of that information is easily available in Facebook. You also then are going to do the same thing where you're looking at how many tweets you've posted on Twitter and how many Twitter followers you have, and how many updates you've put on LinkedIn and how many LinkedIn connections you have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video just for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get the numbers for each of these items. For the Google Analytics piece, we're going to go ahead and just flip over to the second page of the social media tracker. And what you'll see is at the bottom of the tracker, you have Google Analytics Help. We're just going to click that. And we're going to open that tab. And so what we're going to do is just walk through how you would collect all of the data for the Google Analytics portion of your social media tracker. And you'll see that we have written instructions here as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to navigate to google.com/analytics, then click the Access Analytics button. You're going to enter your Google account, email, and password, and go ahead and hit Sign In. Then when you log in, you're going to be taken to a dashboard that looks like this, and it's going to list all of your sites. You're going to go ahead and click View Report. And then once you do that, you'll be able to, we're going to go ahead and go to your traffic dashboard. You'll set the date of your weekly range, so you're going to set for a week, so it might be January 1st to January 8th, 2011, and that will set then how much traffic, it'll set actually the view that you're seeing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and set your date range, and then you're going to start looking at the different columns. Okay, so after you've set your date range, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and look at the Google Analytics dashboard for that particular site. You're going to click on Traffic Sources, and then you're going to go ahead and click on Referring Sites. And what will happen then is you will get a screen that looks like this. And you'll go ahead and see how much traffic you're getting from Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You'll go ahead and write 27 for Twitter, as you'll see here, 18 for Facebook, and 3 for LinkedIn. So that's how you'd fill out the referring sites portion of the Google Analytics. Then what you'll do is you'll click down on the next tab of your dashboard where it says Visitors, and you'll go ahead and write down how many visits you're getting. You're going to add this to the tracker where it says All Visits. You can drill down further by clicking in the upper right hand corner and going ahead and looking at New Visitors, and you'll be able to go ahead and click New Visitors and then click Apply. That'll give you the number of new visitors you've gotten. And then you'll be able to look at how many page views you've gotten. So by the time you're done this section, and it should only take about 10 minutes maybe or less, you'll be able to fill in these columns of your social media tracker. You'll be able to fill in the referring sites and the information on visits, and that's going to complete the first part of your social media tracker. Now, if you want to then get a little bit of help with filling out the rest, let me show you how to get the information you need from LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. If we want to go ahead and look at how many LinkedIn connections we have, basically what you do is you log in to your profile at LinkedIn, you navigate at the top, you navigate to your profile, and you go ahead and are given this profile, and you'll see then how many connections you have. I currently have 163 at the time of this video, so that would be what I would write on the social media tracker where it says LinkedIn connections. So that would fill in, I would put 163 here. A number of updates would be something that you'd have to track, and that would be individual to you, how many updates you've made. But in terms of the connections, you go into your LinkedIn profile and find your number of connections. If we want to go ahead and we want to look at then number of Twitter followers, that's pretty easy as well. What we do is we just navigate, you just would navigate to your Twitter profile. And you'd go ahead and you would write down over here on the right hand side, you'd write down the number of followers. So I would write down 11,076 on the social media tracker where it says number of Twitter followers here, Twitter followers. I'd write 11,076. Then if I wanted to do Facebook friends, I'd log into my Facebook account, and let me show you how to do that. Okay, and I have logged into my Facebook account, and what I would do then is when you log into Facebook, you go ahead and hit the profile button, and you'll go ahead and be taken to your personal profile. To get your number of friends, you just basically would look in the Friends tab here, and you would basically just write down, so I would write down 1,034 in terms of my number of Facebook friends, and that would go on the social media tracker here where it says Facebook friends in this column. Again, the Facebook friends updates, meaning how many times you update your personal profile and how many times you update your business profile, that's just something that you would need to keep track of on your own. But then the Facebook number of fans that you have, you basically will get if you have a fan page set up, you'll get an email weekly from Facebook that will give you that number. So since you know you need to fill in your tracker, you just want to save that number and be able to enter it here where it says number of fans or likes. If you have misplaced that email, there's another place that you can get that information. Okay, so let's take a look at the other way you can find out how many likes your page has. You go to Account, you go to Manage Pages, you would take a look at the pages that you have, you'd go to the page, and then basically you'll be able to see here on your page how many people are liking your page. That's the Google Insights side. So you'll see that I have 51 fans on this particular page, and again you'd write that down in your social media tracker where it says number of likes. So when you get comfortable with being able to fill out this tracker, it will probably take you about 10 minutes or less to do. And it's important to do it around the same time each week so that your results are equivalent. And remember that you'll need to submit your tracker each week to the address at the bottom of the tracker, smfstracker@gmail.com, in order to chart your progress and be eligible for the 365-day guarantee. So what you should see with all of these numbers is that as your social media efforts continue, all of these numbers should continue to rise, and you should see that all of the numbers are increasing the more social media marketing and the more effort you put into your social media marketing. And so the tracker is really designed to help you stay on track with the basics and to have a one-sheet snapshot on your level of progress. And that's basically it. So be sure to fill out your tracker today, set it up in your calendar that you get reminded to do it each week, and you'll be able to move ahead from there and keep doing all of the actions that we suggest, and you will see your stats continue to rise. And I'll see you in another video.